There we go. Mike's working there. Doing a little bit of farming this morning on the old farm. Gonna get rolling here. Grabbed ourselves a plow. We gotta head up to field 4 and do some plowing this morning, so that's what I'm doing. Road up here somewhere to get up there. Somewhere up here, maybe. There, so I'm going this way. Silence tanks and shit. There we go. Still trying to learn this farm. We literally just started it. Trying to find where everything is and how to get around. Oh, well, hello, sheep. How are you this morning? Hi, me. Come to see you here. We're going all the way over here. Number 4. This one needs to be plowed. Let's fold this jobby. I think this tractor is too light for this plow. Let's see. It's kind of raising the front tire. That's awesome. I guess we need to wait on this thing. You know what? I'm not going to do that because we're rebels. Alright, here we go. Let's go. Working on a farm.
Not much.
Hey, go, man. I'm doing good, man. How are you doing? Morning. Right on, right on. Yep, just waking up with my morning coffee, doing a little bit of farming this morning. Gonna do an AGS convoy later this afternoon. Okay, I started plowing 4. I noticed all my cash disappeared again.
Yeah, it comes and goes.
You have this game, Goldman?
When I first came in, it was, I don't know, 1,700 in the hole or something like that. Now it's 5,400 to the good.
Oh, weird. I had $1 million yesterday briefly, and then log on this morning. Now I have 666.
Well, that's just a wonderful number.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Did he split 4 3-ways?
Split in 4 ways.
Split in 4 ways. Well, we'll plow it all. What the hell? I guess they all need to be plowed regardless, so I'll just plow them all. I guess we split these fields in, because they're so big, you split it into multiples.
Yeah, I know he wants one part of it corn, one part potatoes, and one part beets. I don't remember the 4th one. So if I can find me a tractor, I can grab some seeds and come behind you.
I just dropped a cedar where I grabbed this plow, that main garage by the house.
Is it a cedar and a cultivator?
I think it's just a cedar. I'm not sure. I was gonna grab it, but then I grabbed this thing. The plow. I do, yes, I do have FS19. We were jumping back and forth.
Well, I seen that orange and green one somewhere.
There's a red one that's already dirty in the shelter over there somewhere. Yeah, I do have 19. We all do.
Yeah.
It doesn't run very well on a dedicated server.
Seen that
and
one.
for what we're using and how we're liking it, as far as the field layouts and such, we're actually liking 17 better. So we're just gonna stick with it. Yeah, I grabbed myself one here, but this thing doesn't have a whole lot of horsepower. Turns out my front wheels are barely on the ground. Need a weight on this thing. I don't know what's up with the force feedback, but I am working my ass off on this steering wheel right now. Oh. Floating downhill here. Is it doing this steering bullshit again? It did yesterday. Plus some of the mods we use on the server you can't get for 19, so. If you have 17, you're welcome to join us. We're looking for 3 more people for a total of 6. TV, how you doing, my friend? Good morning. How you doing this Sunday morning? Nope, I missed the strip. We'll get up at the cultivator. Cedar. Awesome, awesome. Still battling with that wheel, I see. I guess you kind of narrowed it down, though. Oh, okay. Just 19, alright. Yeah, we tried setting it up, but this 17 seems to just run better on the server, so we're going to stick with it. I don't know how that's so bizarre, man, that you're having such wheel issues. Especially the second one. It's like you got 2 Friday models, they want it to finish fast so they can go home. Well, it's gotta be, yeah, you're trying it on separate machines, so, I mean, that right there in itself is a good telltale sign of what's going on, I think. You know, you eliminated different software.
I finally found
already.
a damn tractor. Jeez.
They're not doing a very good job of this, but it's a good thing it's going to go back.
Also seen a pressure washer earlier. Damn if I know where.
Nice. And we got to have something with a little bit more horsepower kicking around, I think, somewhere. This thing here is kind of gutless. No, don't start doing this crap. Steer.
Yeah, he usually gets the big fancy tractors. I don't know.
We were airborne for a second. I know. That's, you know, I'm still so on the fence, like, do I drop $1,000 or whatever on a Fanatec? You know, when this one's still working fine. My only complaint ever was that I wish it was a little bit bigger, so I'm still debating if I want to go the route of buying the adapter and then getting exchangement wheels for it, but I don't know. I also can't bring myself to start ripping this thing apart and then wrecking it, and then I don't have a wheel, so. Okay. Yeah, I was just thinking of buying like the wheel hub and then whatever spokes I wanted after that, but by the time you do all that, the shipping is still going to be over $1,000 for sure.
Found the pressure washer now, maybe I can see out the windshield.
Where are you? Okay, you're down there. Okay, it's close to the fuel plant, looks like. I do like on this map how the animals and everything is pretty much right around the main building, so we don't have to go across the map to find the animals.
Yeah, that is convenient.
Not that I know anything about animals. I've never really done that in farm sim, so. Oh, look at this. We must have been drunk up here. Wow.
Well, the cows aren't doing very good. They need some silage, which I went ahead and covered the silage pit.
Yeah, he did mention something about how there needs to be some more mowing done. Yeah, I have to find a weight laying around somewhere for the front end of the tractor.
There's one, let's see, where was it? I think right over here.
Yeah, I might drop this plow and come get it, because certain high points I lose all steering.
Shit, where did I see that at?
Let's go see.
It's next to the house, I think.
Alright, well, any weight will do. Is that US TV or Canadian? US, right? US, yeah. So for me, that'll be. It's there's no way for Canadian I'll get one under $1,000 unless I buy a used somewhere. If I can find one. You said there's one by you there?
Well, I don't remember where the hell I seen it.
Okay, I'll go look.
It's next to one of these fences, I remember that.
Oh, just sitting along the fence line somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's in this area somewhere.
What the hell was that? Oh, no, that's storage. There's gotta be a weight around here somewhere. Okay. And what does that come with? Is that the hub with a spoke, I guess? No pedals, obviously, which I wouldn't need anyway. Is there one on this thing? Nope. Trying to find a weight. Trying to find a weight. We got the trailer.
Where's the main house? It seems like it was close by it. Okay, here's the main house.
Cedar. Okay, this is all our seeds and crap. Good to know, because I didn't know where any of this stuff was either. We got a huge storage shed back here. I didn't even know we had this.
Here it is.
Alright, coming back.
Come around the barn there.
Okay, I see where we're keeping all the seeds and stuff. Oh yeah, like this is totally obvious.
Gotta be on the other side of it.
Backwards.
Alright, so where'd I leave my tractor at now?
Alright, so this CS Elite steering wheel P1. Okay. Yeah, we clipped that stream. That was quite the recovery I had, actually. That's when I went sideways on 2 wheels when I got control back in the middle of a corner. It's still big bucks though, you know, TV. Like, considering that I have a wheel that semi-works, I just don't know if I can bring myself to... Why am I not picking this thing up? Why the heck can I not pick this thing up? Yeah. Well, it's just, you know, this one still works, so I might just deal with it for now. I can't pick this thing up.
Huh, it should. Might have to hit the G and change tool selection.
Yes. Look at that.
Yeah, these tractors take off really slow for some reason.
Strange. That's some weird software glitch or something going on there. Yeah, I can't pick this weight up. Maybe it doesn't work on this tractor. Weird. Alright, well, let's see if we can get a different tractor. Kind of gutless anyway. I mean, I know what the issues I have is I get like random force feedback depending on what game and what I'm in. Like even this one here. Right now, the wheel is like super stiff and super hard to turn. And then there are times I'll jump in here and it's like literally almost no force.
I thought the weights worked on any of them.
Well, we'll take this thing. This thing's got way more density. So where the hell are they? Right here, so that works. That's what I thought too, but I kept changing modes. It wouldn't pick it up. I'm gonna grab a little bit stronger of a tractor anyway. Now that was... right here somewhere. Down here. Don't run over the poor chicken. Should be able to pick this up. What the hell? Is this weight glitched or something? That's bizarre. This one won't pick it up either. I just use G Hub,
Yeah,
but I
that's-
know that.
It's very strange.
Oh, now it finally took it. Yeah, that's really weird, man. Yeah, well, you know, TAC swears by that old Logitech software, and I'm using that G-Hub, and that seems to work just fine for me. But I am noticing that I'll get different, like, force feedback settings playing the same game. So I could log in, like, now. Right now, the force feedback is crazy. The wheel is super stiff. I'll log out. I'll come back in. And then all of a sudden, it's, like, adjusted a lot looser. So could be something weird going on with that. But actually, let me, while we're doing that. Oh, I have to log out to do the settings, don't I? Right. So I can't do that right now. Well, we'll just put up with it. Oh. Well, you could have fooled me because, well, no, but the mod he has, I think, does. The drive right, or whatever that mod is. I think that actually has sensitivity settings on it. Yeah, I mean, it's drivable, like, it reacts. It's just, you know, the wheel is a lot stiffer than when I played this game before, so. Okay, I'm heading back to my plow now, finally. I think this upper portion of 3, this canola or whatever, was at like 78% there a little while ago. It might be ready soon. No. Yeah, if it gets too stiff, like, it just makes it really hard, right? Especially when you need to turn on a dime. Stay down. Nope. Alright, let's continue on our plow job. This should be a lot better now. We should have some steering. We gotta wait on the front. What? Wouldn't even allow you to adjust it, huh? Did you ever try Logitech support? I know that's probably a complete long shot on a waste of time, but... Right, but you should still be able to get technical support from them, no? Yeah, I'm not saying that's even really going to help you, but I don't know if it's an option. 3 years. That's about how old mine is. Well, 2.5 maybe.
I was going to come over here and plant some corn, but I can't find the corn seed.
Pretty sure he has one somewhere there.
Unless it's called something else.
Isn't it just the regular seeder and then you just pick whatever seed you want to drop?
Yeah, I went through all the seeds. There was no corn.
Well, you could do beets. Didn't you want some of it to be sugar beet or something? Oh yeah, it didn't work. Okay. Man, that really sucks, but it makes you definitely think that it's hardware if you've tried it on 2 different machines, so. And it's obviously running its diagnostics fine, like when you unplug it, plug it back in, it spins up, does its diagnostics. And you're not running it like in PS3 mode or anything like that. I did have an issue with a dead zone in this game where nothing would happen until I went almost half a turn. And then, let's check again. There's something in the mod here. I mean, that doesn't help you for trucking, but... Yeah, I think it's in the main menu. I definitely had a sensitivity slider, a dead zone slider in this game, in the main menu, so it must be the mod that does that. Now what happens if you don't run any of the Logitech software, like no G-Hub and no Logitech gaming software? And then you just go into your joystick settings in Windows. How does it react in there? Doesn't see it at all. So have you done that? Like restarted your computer completely with the wheel plugged in? It spins up, but you're not running any software, and then you go into ATS, ETS, and it won't see it? Funny because like I have button box stuff.
What the hell is milk?
And it just finds things automatically as like unknown USB device, but it works without
It looks like corn. It says millet.
Oh, that millet? Yeah, I don't know what the heck that is. You already did a bunch of potatoes, right?
Yeah, I think field 5 was potatoes.
Well, my line aren't the straightest, but I don't care. That's 'cause I'm busy working and drinking my coffee. Said something about a bunch of mowing needs to be done somewhere too. Oh, really? That's so bizarre, man.
I don't know. None of these seeds say corn, so I have no idea. Yeah, I was mowing earlier. I've been covered up with silo now.
Oh, perfect. Ah, that would explain it. So the game won't see it, but Windows does, right? Like in your basic Windows joystick settings? How is the dead zone and centering doing in that? Like, never mind any of the Logitech stuff, just Windows itself. So that works fine, but G-Hub and Logitech software messes it up. And if you don't use the software, ATS and ETS won't see the game. Have you tried, do you have any other driving wheels that you could try the wheel? Like this, for instance, or Bus Sim or any of that stuff? No, I meant like, do you have another, right, yeah, just if you had another game to try with the wheel.
Guys.
Where am I? Can't figure out what seeder to use to stew corn.
Field 5's already in corn.
Oh, okay. Did you not want a portion of 4 to also be corn, or no?
Oh, we could. I think there's some room up there, kind of by fields 2, that has some areas we can put some seeders and a tractor or 2 up there.
Well, I'm just plowing all of 4 currently. Yeah. Well, I get that in this game. Like, currently I'm
Okay,
getting that,
fix
but
that.
it doesn't always
Um,
happen.
I'm coming in now. Let's see what you're talking about.
Yep. Well, I think you split 4 into 4 sections.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Well, I'm plowing the whole thing because it needs it. I guess we can plant whatever we want.
Well, we need sugar beets, we need potatoes, we need wheat to make the straw, and we need grass. So outside of that, we also need corn. So I guess we could put one section in corn.
Do you need a different kind of seeder for that?
Yeah,
Okay. All right,
It's-
TV.
it should be up at
Good luck.
field 5, I think.
The big orange and green one.
No, it's red. The Amazon one only does the grains. It doesn't do corn.
Synchronizing data. Synchronizing data. Come on, synchronize already. Really weird. I'm jumping in here today, and I've got a super stiff steering wheel in here.
I don't know how helpers will do in this. I think they'll mess this field up. Yeah, they'll probably do this first section.
I was getting some wicked game feedback from you there when you were talking. I only heard half of it. Something about the helpers.
Yeah, I think the helpers will mess up field 4. I don't think they will stick with the boundaries that I put in.
Oh yeah, probably. I've been doing it manually. Hence why you see all the little strips I missed.
I need to show you how to do the GPS.
Yeah. That's in game though, right? I bet it's doing that. And you have it in PS4 mode, right? Whatever the little toggle on the top is to the right. Window calibration window up. Really? It's definitely something with the wheel then, because if the Windows calibration's all messed up. Have you tried recalibrating it in there? Will it let you? Okay. Man, that sucks. I don't know what else you could really do at this point. Centered when calibrated, okay. And then what? You go into the game and it's messed up again, or what? Oh, I see. Some of the strips I missed earlier was because that tractor I had didn't have enough power, and I didn't have a weight on the front of it, so in certain areas it kept lifting, I lost the steering, I had to go back in another tractor.
There's a weight back by the house.
Yeah, I grabbed that. It's on this one now. Good grief, dude. I'm wondering if you got some kind of a weird, corrupt USB driver or something on your drive. I have had that before. Well, that's true though. Multiple machines, yeah. Yeah, that wouldn't be the case. And exactly what you just did, maybe try that on your laptop and see if it replicates it identically. And then, I mean, it sounds to me like you're more and more diagnosing the fact that it's something with the wheels off. And poor TV, I'm talking to him in my stream there, he just can't get that wheel to work, eh? Tried it on several computers, it's just giving him nothing but grief.
Well, he's using G-Hub. G-Hub is junk.
Nah, he tried it with multiple different, and without both, and... Yeah, he's not even using G-Hub, so...
Well, he was, because he was saying that was all he could use.
LG, Logitech Gaming Software. I'm starting to think it's pretty much the wheel. He's tried it on 2 different machines now, and tried it with your Logitech Gaming Software, tried it with G-Hub. Tried it without. Tried calibrating it just through Windows.
Yeah, I found you don't ever calibrate it through Windows. That, for some reason, screws everything up.
Well, he's just trying different steps, right? I knew it. Just a little bit too wide. And we'll do one more pass.
Well, we'll see what it does on one of these partition fields. Ride them along just in case.
What are you putting in on this one?
That
What's that?
What'd you say?
Oh, I said, what are you putting in on the, what are you sowing with the field? I still missed what he said.
Well, they stopped at my partition.
Oh, really? Yeah, I tried to get that going with a plow, and he wouldn't do it.
Probably need to make the partition a bit wider so there's enough room to turn.
Okay.
This is just one huge field. But crop destruction is not on, so you can actually turn in the other field. That's all.
Yeah, I noticed that one driving along. It's probably for the best so we can cut through fields.
Yeah.
We've got some kind of weird audio issue going on sometimes. You're really hard to hear, and then I hear all of your game, but you're very faint. That's worth a try, man. It's worth a try.
Have to play with the mixer, I guess. Shouldn't be getting any more gain.
Yeah, well, I'm getting that Discord noise. I'm getting that Discord noise when you talk, but whatever, I don't really care about that. But yeah, you're kind of like faint, far away in a can, and I'm getting the birds chirping and your game noises. How is it for you, Roy? Are you hearing me fine?
Same thing. The game is really loud, but he's not.
Yeah, see what it does, TV. I mean, it's all you can do at this point, I guess. That's frustrating, man. You were really good when you first joined in. What?
It's because I didn't have the game loaded.
Worker does.
But now, is that any better?
Much better. I just tested out a worker here, so it seems to be working here too. He quits at the partition, does the lower portion.
Yeah, these couple of fields are huge. I thought if I wanted to try my hand at editing the map, but he didn't give out a map that you could edit, I don't believe.
I actually kind of dig the layout of this map. I mean, at least all the fields are square. There's no wonky corners or nothing. Ah, the old Schlepptop, eh?
Yeah, that
Okay, well,
field 18, we could get rid of that and put that in something and move all the equipment out of there. Because we don't need a grass field. There is so much grass around the fields.
oh, you've just been mowing the sides?
Yeah, just mow around the edges of the field.
Yeah, fair enough. We're gonna do this manually though because
Dump 1 or 2 more
we can plow
trailer
straight
loads in the
through.
fermenter and then level it off and then pack it down and then I can cover it.
I've already covered it. I dumped 2 trailers in it earlier and flattened her out and covered it.
Good deal. That probably be ready in, I don't know, a couple days, game time.
Yeah.
There's a mixer, a food mixer, but I can't figure out what I dump it in. You put the straw in, you put the silage in, and you put the grass in, and it's supposed to make the TMR, the power food for you, and then it comes out the end, but I can't figure out what I can put it in. Everything I park underneath it, it won't offload.
Are you supposed to just feed it directly to them from that machine?
No, because it's across the way. It's got an output point with a pipe,
Oh,
pipe, and when you walk under it, the control board changes from automatically to manually, automatically dump or manually dump, and you can switch it. But when you pull a vehicle underneath it, like a trailer, it won't offload. And that is something specific to this map. It's not like it's something that he made and coded. Stevie uses it in a lot of his maps, but I don't know how to use it, I guess. So I may have to just buy my own mixer and mix it myself.
you probably might be able to just look that up, no?
Through all the files that came with the map, you know, it came in that big zip, and then the map was inside the zip, and it had a couple of documents in with it, but I didn't see anything about how to use it or what equipment.
Are you talking about the one over here by the cows?
Yeah,
Yeah, we need to put silage in it first.
silage in it.
Yeah, it's got grass, silage, and straw. And then once you put the silage in, it'll mix it up.
Yeah, I've already done that, and there's a bunch ready to be outputted, but it won't go in anything.
No sense letting the worker do this. We'll just do this so that we can do
I've
the
pulled
stuff.
every trailer we've had underneath it, and it will not dump it, even though the gauge says that there is stuff to be dumped.
I don't think it will without putting silage in it. See, silage says 0.
Yeah, I know, because it's already used it and mixed it. It's in the output. I put 2 whole trailers in the fermenter, covered it, and then picked it up and dumped it in there. And it started making noise and smoking and everything. And then now it shows that there's a level on the output pipe, but I can't figure out how to get it out of that machine into a trailer of some sort. I've tried every trailer we have, and even tried pulling that Silo King underneath it, that mixer. Tried to get it to dump in there, and it will not dump into anything. So I have no clue how to get it out of there. I mean, yeah, I know it's empty now because I didn't have near the silage that I had grass and straw, but there was 2,600 liters.
Things that make you go,
Yeah, right?
Your sound is perfect now, by the way.
Yeah, there's a little button on my mixer that allowed me to turn the game sounds off on the main mix. Didn't realize I had that pushed in. It's a little different animal when you're mixing sounds from several different sources and then outputting it. You would think that Discord would just pick up my microphone, but it does not. It picks up everything coming out of the mixer.
Yeah, Discord's got its own series of issues here and there.
Yeah, it beats TeamSpeak.
Oh, absolutely. Well, that other chassis should be here on Thursday. Now it's working fine. What? Are you serious? I wonder... You don't have any sort of other controllers plugged in?
Yeah, that's good. Maybe get your system built and get into some heavy-duty streaming. So how's work going?
It's good, man. It just wipes you out, right? You got to get used to being on your feet, wearing steel-toe boots all day again, and up and down. And just got to get used to it again. Another week or so, I should find my footing.
Yeah, welcome to my world. I have to wear steel-toed boots all day, every day.
Yeah. Well, they're not the most comfortable thing to stand in all day, that's for sure.
I got some Keen. They're a mountain climbing hiking boot company that makes some steel-toed work shoes that are designed for people that work on concrete all day long. And they are very comfortable. I'd rather wear them to walk than tennis shoes.
Really? You must have a driver conflict
About
or something,
$150
TV.
a pair, but
Like
still,
I know, for
they're
instance,
really good boots.
when I have my wheel shifter and stuff plugged in, and I'll throw an Xbox controller on and I jump into like Assassin's Creed, for instance, my controls won't work. They're all over the place. I have to
So what are we going to put in these other three sections?
I have to unplug my wheel, I have to unplug my shifter, I have to unplug everything and my button box for the controls to work. Like, dude, you don't have any other joystick plugged in somewhere? Because there's obviously
You
a
could
driver
put,
conflict.
Beat rigging something.
Yeah, whatever you wish. I mean, it's a pretty big 2 sections.
Yeah, this field was monstrositous.
Yeah, I've got a pair of Timberland boots. Cost me like 400 and something bucks. They've got that, call it like heel fatigue prevention technology or something, and they're pretty comfortable. But still, I mean, they're not like a pair of slippers.
Yeah, I've had Timberlands before. I don't care for them.
Okay. I liked them. I used to get Dakota, which was like a Mark's Warehouse brand, for years, and those things are just junk. Fall apart after like 4 months, pretty much. Some guys really swear by
I've
Red
gotten
Wing.
the same pair for the last 5 years, and they last more than a year. But my company buys me a new pair every year, and so I've got several pairs just in the closet that are still good, that aren't worn out.
Well, when was the last time you did a Windows reformat? Or ran a Windows update? A lot of guys swear by Red Wing.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, have you tried them?
In my opinion, they're junk. The
Last
first year I got a pair of Red Wing.
Did you have
they
problems
didn't
longer
hold up
than a
for
week
6
now with
months.
this? Well, most of the guys that when I was at the railway, they swore by Red Wing, but they were engineers. They didn't, you know, they weren't walking around on them all day, walking over the ballast and crap. So yeah, it's been a while. Okay.
Yeah, that's these Keens. That's what I asked them. Was I say I work on a concrete floor,
When was
you
the
know,
last
8
time
hours
you
a
did a
day, and I need
Windows
something that will
reinstall
not
on your
fatigue
PC?
me. And that's what they recommended. And like I say, I got the same pair, same model, and everything for the last 5 or 6 years, and they've really been good.
Well, that Dakota in-house brand, we used to get them for years, and like I said, they're just junk. Like the leather gives way, I find, too much, so that your foot ends up floating side to side, and you're cinching it as tight as you can, and it just stretches out so much. You haven't on that
Yeah,
PC.
that's not good. Not good for support.
No, not at all. Your foot's just floating inside the boot, right?
Semi-trailer works under that thing.
On this PC.
Oh, one of those big trucks?
Yeah, I just filled it up.
I don't.
Well, good.
Yeah, I mean, just over a year, you think you should.
It's kind of a
have
hard
it, but
spot to get
if you
into
got
with
some
that
kind of weird
semi-truck,
corrupt
but
driver
okay.
somewhere. I mean, the only other thing that I could suggest is going to your device manager.
Because you
try
can't really pull
to,
around it.
Update or roll back all of the USB ports. Right. But yet you got it working on your laptop now, so that's bizarre.
Yeah, I didn't try one of those trailers. I just got those. Bucky, when you were talking about we needed bigger harvesters, those are the CR10s are the biggest harvesters they have, but I bought 2 of those large tippers. So, you know, you can actually run between it.
Oh, perfect.
But I think we probably, for the size of the fields that we're working here, we probably need to go ahead and get 2 more of those CR10s.
Well, yeah, no, it was just because I had them doing the 2 fields yesterday, and it was 2 different things, so you can't dump in the same trailer, and I couldn't find a second one for the second field I was harvesting. So.
Yeah, they were there. They just scattered about.
Then my steering went all wonky, and then I just quit. So.
Yeah, every vehicle that I saw that you had been in, I had to hit M. So anytime you see that red little steering wheel, just hit M.
Okay. Where do you see that wheel on the bottom right, where your fuel and all that is, and your speed?
Yeah, it's in that box. Yeah. I noticed that, like when I type in chat, it'll put the M there, and that's some kind of adaptive steering mode that comes with drive control, and if you hit it, it'll turn it off. Hit the M and it'll turn it off.
Okay. Yeah, it just seemed like it was crazy oversteering. I turned right just a little bit, and it would crank it all the way as if I was at the full 900-degree turn. And I couldn't drive like that.
Yeah, I could tell every vehicle you were in because I had to hit M to get it to go straight.
Well, now he's saying he tried the wheel on his laptop again, and it's working. So, it sounds almost like just like some kind of a driver or a USB driver conflict.
Yeah, it could be. You may need to reinstall, get rid of those drivers, because I don't think you can go in and pull them out.
Well, I was saying last time you did a format, but it's only been just a little over a year. The other option would be go to Device Manager and just try to roll back or update all the USB drivers. Like, I know for me, especially when I had the button box plugged in, because it just finds it as an unknown USB controller, right? But I found if I went into certain games like Assassin's Creed or The Division or any of the Ubisoft stuff for that matter, if I had my wheel shifter and everything plugged in and then tried to play with an Xbox controller, it would constantly try to conflict with the controls. Like, it would jump between, you know how on the on-screen display in the game it shows you either keyboard controls or controller controls? It would just bounce between the both of them, and I have to unplug the wheel and everything to be able to use my controller.
Yeah. All right, this second section here, I'm gonna put.
Okay. Yeah, see
So I
how
got
it does.
corn up in this far corner, and then I'm gonna put sugar beets in the other corner.
On field 4?
Yeah. You got half of the field cultivated already. I got corn in the upper half, and now I'm gonna put, or the upper quarter, and now I'm gonna put sugar beets in this other side.
A few more passes and then this field's done on me, and then you can see the rest of it. Yeah, it's just troubleshoot, man. That's all you can do, I guess. If you could get that working on the laptop, then there, you know you've got some kind of a driver issue on PC. Roy, you running to the convoy this afternoon?
Yeah, probably will.
You're gonna run for a bit, Bullet?
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
How's that wheel holding up? Okay, TV, good luck.
As long as I'm not too forceful with it, it's perfect.
So no road rage.
No road rage.
No road rage. Almost done plowing this field. Move on to something else. Bullets over there seeding behind me. This field is bloody huge. We split it into two. There he is. Way over there. A little bit of farming this morning and some TMP convoy this afternoon. Wonder if I can get that FS17 app version somewhere else other than the Play Store. Like if I could get the APK file from somewhere and I can just run it.
Yeah, I don't know if you can or not. Reason I get it on my new phones is because it's already in my account, and even though they've removed it or they're no longer allowing it to be downloaded, it's still available to me in my account.
Right, because it's an app you had before. I get that too with older ones, but I've never had this one before, so I guess that's why I didn't get it.
Roy, do you still have it?
I don't think so.
Yeah, we use the Dedi app heavily.
Yeah. No, the phone I had that on, I broke.
Should still be in your account though, if you use the same email address to set up your new phone.
Yeah. I don't know, I'll have to check.
See, I wonder if you can extract it from one Android device, the APK. I don't know, we'll do some searching and see if we can find it, Bucky.
Well, you can. I have had other programs that I didn't get out of the official store, and as long as you just get the APK file, you can run it. You download it and run it. I'll do a search for it later too, see if I can maybe locate it. Man, I'm glad I picked a stronger tractor, because that last one was horrible. Oh, this thing's already slow.
It's nice because, you know, like if I'm at work, I can see who's on the farm, I can see what equipment is where the fields, you know, what's in the field, etc.
Nice.
And then you can put tasks, and each task you can put a point value. And then the way we did it was, you know, the more tasks you took, the more points you got. And then, you know, you would rank higher and be able to do other tasks. But, you know, if it's just the three of us, it's more of a communication device.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can get 3 more.
Yeah, I only got 8 slots. I don't know. This map touted that you needed a really good video card because of all the stuff in it. But I'm running it on a 970 and it runs perfect because my development machine is an AMD 8-core with no, it's a 4-core with 16 gig of RAM and the GTX 970, and it's working perfectly.
Okay, wait a second though. You're not hosting this server anymore, so it's their machine, not yours.
I know, but still, you're playing it. You have to have the map on your computer.
Oh yeah, of course, right.
Yeah, all it does is send, it's kind of like our flight sim. All it does is send data packets to the other game.
Yeah.
And then the server's responsibility is to send those packets to all of the machines of the connected players. But for some reason, the 19 version, I couldn't run it on my server because my server has no graphics card. You know, it's built into the motherboard, and it's, you know, like a very small card, not even 2 gigabytes. It's like, you know, what was it, 256 megabytes because it's a server. You know, you run a keyboard, a mouse, and a monitor just to see what's going on.
Yeah. It's like onboard video.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. And there's no PCI slot, so that I could even stick a gaming video card in it, so it would work.
I mean, I don't.
But we ran
I
it.
don't really know what else
You
you
know,
can
I
do,
switched.
man.
They allowed me to switch from 17. I bought the server as 17, and then they allowed me to switch it to 19.
I know it's not
and
a warranty
Roy
thing.
and I played that for a while, and I just hated it.
Maybe you can put a support ticket in.
You know,
man.
I know this one. I've played this one for
explaining everything
years,
you've done.
and I know the mods, and I know how things work, and it just, to me, it seems so much better. They do have a few pretty good things in the 19 version, but, you know, now that I got a wheel, it doesn't matter. One of them was the controller. You controlled the camera with the right stick. And in this version, when you're using the controller, just the left stick controls your steering, and you still have to use your mouse to control the camera. Which is the way I do it with the steering wheel. I put my hand on the mouse and then I steer. And so if I need to spin the camera around so I can back up, it's easy to do. So, but 17 all around, I think is a better program, honestly. I mean, they've got, you know, the cotton, and they've got some different fruit types, and then they brought in the horses. And I read that the horses was just to get people to buy the game. The riding, you know, riding the horses, and you got to exercise the horses and all that stuff. So I wasn't a big fan of that either.
I didn't really notice all that much of a difference, but I don't have nowhere near the hours in both games that you do, so. But, you know, I mean, it looked like it was graphically a little bit better, but it probably isn't.
No, it's the same graphics engine, but they did different renderings. They didn't use the same tractors and all that stuff. They re-rendered all of the equipment, but it's the same graphics engine as what is in 17. But I think the tractors look less realistic, honestly, in 19 than they do in 17.
Yeah, and just different maps, you know, I guess, like multiple farms on different maps.
I do like that aspect, but if we're co-oping like we're doing here, there's no need in it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Right, yeah.
Honestly, to me, the two gripes I had, well, I guess three, so to speak. One was the stupidly odd-shaped fields, because they were a pain in the butt. Having the farm or the shop, you know, on the other side of the map of where you're working, and then the animals being on a completely other opposite end of the map. I kind of like having most of these things central. Those were my preferences, really, that I only cared about.
Yeah, and that's why I like this farm. The main farm has all the animals.
Yeah.
So, you know, we've got everything right there, and we're just farming the fields around it, and we have everything that we need to take care of all three animal types. And we could collect eggs and sell the eggs to one of the restaurants. Another thing I like is the fact that the spinnery, the wool sell spot, is right next to where the pallets of wool is. So all you have to do is take a bucket and push them back and then sell them.
Oh, nice.
So we put a lot of thought into what would make the animal husbandry aspect of the game more convenient, and this map has that. I'm glad that I found it. It's a very nice map. I like all the square fields. I would like to try my hand at editing if I can find this map in a editable format. And I would like to take these huge fields like this one that we've got divided into 4, actually divide it into 4 separate fields with areas of grass in between it, make them a little smaller fields. And the same with field 3, divide it in 2 with a nice grassy, mowable grassy area in between. And take out some of the trees along the edges of the fields.
All over the place. I found that with some of the other maps, yeah, like they don't give you anywhere near enough room to turn around, so even when you hired a worker, they would constantly get stuck at the end of a field.
Yeah, especially with the larger combine, the CR1090.
Yeah, any big equipment.
The header would catch the tree when they're trying to turn.
Yeah, or a big, huge plow on the back or something. There wasn't enough space for them to turn around.
Yep.
There are some maps that I checked out in single player before that were just like so incredibly crowded, and every field had fences around it, and it was just a nightmare to move around. Some of them were like British maps, you know, where everything was super condensed with a crap ton of stuff on it, like just buildings everywhere. Every roadway was tiny and narrow, and it was the only way to get around. Like, I don't even know how that could be a functioning map to play. It would be super frustrating.
Yeah, all the European maps have the skinny roads. So if you have a large piece of machinery, you're hanging off both sides of the road, clipping signs, and yeah, I never liked that either. This map has the what is it, Crestview? What is the original map? Anyway, it uses the town from the original map and just edited the areas around it.
Right.
Crestwood, Crest something.
Well, we're not farming very straight, but oh well. Good thing we're not paying for the fuel. Yeah, I noticed my money you gave me yesterday disappeared again, too.
I wish it would go back into the main fund, but it doesn't. It's just lost. Maybe I had a, I think there's a bank mod that I can get and put in where, because, you know, I told you have to put it back in the bank, but it must have been a mod that we used for that. But if they didn't put it in the bank, it would go back into the main fund. So everybody had a bank account and would store their money in there, and you would have to move money. If you wanted to buy a piece of equipment, you had to move money from the bank to your hand. And then you could go buy whatever, and then you would just transfer the money back to the bank when you were done, before you exited the game.
I seen that mod, and Roy was mentioning something about that. About a
Yeah,
bank
I'll look
or
for it.
wages.
It's on my other machine at the apartment, because all the mods that we ever used are on that one. I had to reinstall everything from here. So I had to reinstall all the same mods and everything. But I can now that I got a steering wheel here that'll work, as long as it works with ATS. My G29 and the flight stick stuff will all just go into storage for now, and I'll use this for ATS.
What are you gonna do?
I'll
for
miss the
flying?
force feedback, but if long as it works, it'll prevent me from having a headache, basically.
Just gonna fly with your HOTUS?
Yeah, because I can just sit it on the desk. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to do another together flight.
Either that, or I'll
Flight.
just take the honeycomb off, because the honeycomb would mount on this desk without a problem.
Well, that's what I would do then. I mean,
Do you know
rudder
they're
pedals
selling
are
them?
easy
I
to
thought
move.
about selling it. They're selling them for $400.
Yeah, I know, it went up in price.
And I could pretty much double my money almost.
Keep in mind, I love it.
Yeah, I like it too. I think I'll probably take all that stuff off the wheel stand and just bring it here and store it in the closet or on my shelf or whatever until, you know, I want to play it, and then I'll hook it up.
Yeah, and I mean, if you don't want to do all the gauge stuff and everything, I mean, you could literally just run the yoke. And pedals are easy to move around. They don't take up a lot of space.
No.
All right, this one's done. I'm going to return this plow now to the garage.
Put it up on the hill there. Somewhere near one of the fields, there's a storage.
There is something way up here on the north end. Where the
Yeah, it's
slurry
up by
cells
the
are.
that air, the generator, the fan. We can just store the Cultiplow up there and a couple of cedars up there. I think there's like 4 or 5 bays up there. We can just put some equipment up there, because that's pretty much centrally located for all of our fields, or you can put it up in field 18.
Well, they're up here where this slurry sales thing is. There's actually a garage, so I mean, we could park stuff here, just on the north end of 4 here.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, can't you place a storage building up here somewhere?
Yeah, that's what I did in field 18. That was all open, and I put that in there. I don't like where it is. I don't like the bale storage either. We'll have to remove that and because I keep getting the truck stuck on it when trying to drop off bales because it's not flat, it's sloped. But yeah, park it in any one of the storage things around there. The closer it is to the fields, the better. Because this is where we need them. We don't need to go back to the house every time just to go get. You know, we can keep a couple tractors out here, a couple of seeders, and the Cultiplow, and it'll be more convenient.
Yeah, it's easier to get it up here than run all the way back.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you want me to do next? I think 3 is pretty darn close to being ready to harvest. What are you working on, Roy? Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm gonna mow some more.
Yeah, 3 should be half wheat. I don't remember what I planted in the other half. Potatoes.
Yeah, I looked at the one portion when I got in and it was at 70-something%, so it's got to be close. Have a look here. Yeah, that wheat's at 100%, so maybe I'll jump on the combine and get that started.
With that follow me mod, you can have one combine behind you and offset. You can do 2 passes with one. That takes a little bit of finagling though. I did that once with 4 combines.
We'll leave this tractor here.
Figured out what the offset was and set them all up, and we did a field all in one shot. One pass.
Oh, jeez. I suppose I could do that, but I'm not gonna. I'll do the work.
You could take a tractor and a loading wagon and have it use the follow me mod to go behind you and pick up the straw and put it into the main 4 silos. Once the silage ferments, Roy, we can fill up that mixer, and then any excess can go back into the main 4 silos, and then we'll always have a power food there available to us.
Oh, I think I screwed up.
That silo holds everything.
I should have turned up here.
Yeah, I figured I'd get some more grass and dump in there, because you always need grass.
Yeah, the sheep need grass. Once we get the potatoes and the sugar beets harvested and the corn,
TV, you don't
we'll
have
be
this
able to
game?
make our own pig
Can't join
food.
us?
And we can go ahead and get the pigs set up, and then we can buy some pigs. Although, what do you sell from the pigs? I mean, you sell the wool from the sheep and the milk from the cows, but what do you sell from the pigs?
Did you get truffles or something?
Other than bacon? Yeah, I don't know. I have the question, you know, here in the United States we call it Canadian bacon. Do you just call it bacon there?
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken, the Canadian bacon is made from the tenderloin? Because it's round, right?
Yes, it's supposed to be. I don't buy it that often anymore now either, because it's on the list with all the other price gouging of groceries nowadays. So
Yeah, we buy the pre-cooked bacon and then just microwave it 5 seconds a slice. And we like that. It's a little more costly, but actually it ends up being cheaper per slice than, say, like a thick cut, honey cured bacon or something like that. Uncooked bacon.
I think what I'm going to start doing again, I used to do it when I lived up north, is you find a couple of buddies and you split a pig from the butcher.
Yeah.
And I mean, you just get, and then you could pretty much, you take your quarter, you split it with however many people. You take your chunk, you go in, you say, okay, I want so much bacon, so and so much tenderloin, give me one big ham, whatever. But you get way better meat and you save so much money.
Yeah, and it's not processed in China.
That's right.
Stupidly, the United States sends all its cows to China to be butchered. And then,
Really?
yeah, because it's cheaper to butcher it there than it is here, and that's including the ship ride over.
I was going to say, you would think the ship ride over would be a substantial cost. And then what? And then they process it and you buy it back?
And then I don't know if we buy it and sell it to them or if they're just like contractors doing the. But that's. My mother-in-law raises cattle, and she's very upset about that going on. Same thing with Walmart does the same thing. Walmart buys all their meat from China.
I boycott Walmart. I don't shop.
Yeah, we don't shop there much. There are a few things that you can't find anywhere else that we'll get there, but my coffee, for instance, I like the Great Value Colombian. The little coffee pods, the K-cup pods.
Yeah.
Can't find them anywhere else that taste the same. So, but I'm still on the lookout for something else, but I haven't found anything to replace it yet.
If you, I don't know if you can get it, because it's a Canadian product. See if you can find Kicking Horse coffee. They make 5 or 6 different kinds. Like there's your light and your medium blends and your dark and all that, dark roast, but they make some coffee there is just unbelievable. My favorite one when I was working was the 454 horsepower.
I remember you telling me about that.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that when you'd go to work at night or 2 a.m. You had to have your cup of the high horsepower coffee.
It works and it tastes good to boot.
Yeah, I like a rich coffee taste.
Well, you're a dark roast guy then. Because that dark roast is
Yeah,
pretty
I
much the flavor.
I like dark roast, yeah.
Yeah, me too. See if you can find it. I bet you'll like it. They've got a few different kinds that are really, really tasty, and it's super fresh, made here.
What's it called?
Kicking Horse.
Write that down.
It's you're not gonna pay. You do pay a little bit more for it, right? It's not like you're gonna buy one of those premium big jugs full for $8. Like you're gonna pay. I pay, I think, on sale $10.99 for like a 1 pound bag or a small bag or something. But it's good coffee, so I choose to do that.
Right, yeah.
I mean, like you could go buy your tin of Folgers crap or whatever for $4, but you get what you pay for.
Yeah, exactly.
Tastes like
Yeah, I
swamp
get
water.
96 pods for like $25.
Well, that's the only thing. I don't think you can get this in pods. But if you have one of those filter pod jobbies where you can put in regular ground coffee, so I got one of those for my Keurig.
Yeah, my Keurig came with one of those too. I just got to find where I put it.
Yeah, it works. It works well. But if you can find it, man, it's good coffee. Just give me your address. I'll toss you one for Christmas.
All right, this is my last pass on this field for the sugar beets, and then I'm gonna go and run my errands and try to get back in time to do your convoy.
Sounds
I
good.
have to set up this wheel because it's still set for the controller.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea to take 10 minutes and set up your settings. Man, the peripheral vision is just whacked on this. Like, I can't think I'm straight.
Yeah, I'll have to. I may have to have you send me that version of Speditor that I sent you. Send it back to me.
Okay.
I don't think I have it here. I think I sent it to you from the other machine at the apartment.
I just can't get over that. It's the bizarrest thing. It's like an outdated version. You can only select game version 1.37, but it literally loads all the loads first try.
Yeah, see, I never did update to the next one, and I wasn't having any trouble. Everybody's like, oh, I can't get it to work. I'm like, what's wrong with you people? Works fine.
Yeah, like the 2.13, man, it's 5-6 attempts.
You know, I'll stick with what I got.
I look like I'm drunk. Look at my lines. Oh, rookie farmer here. Oh. Somebody want to come empty me, or should I do it?
Grab one of those trailers, I guess.
Want me to grab a semi truck and do it?
Sure,
Yeah,
unless you're
I'll
busy, I can
fill it
jump
up.
one.
All right, guys, I'm going to take off and get my errands done, and I will see you later this afternoon.
Sounds good, buddy.
See you then.
Yeah, Roy, only if you're not busy. Otherwise, I'll jump out of this combine and grab the semi and unload.
Well, I'm looking for it. Ah,
There's two, I think, with blue trailers. Two big ones.
Yeah, I bought two of those. They're green.
yeah,
All
I
right,
found
I'll be right back to AFK for a minute while for you.
What field you on?
3. There you are. Nice. Like my nice drunk driving lane there? All crooked.
See nothing wrong with it, man.
That's a good way of looking at it. I like that. Quiet, Goldman. Nothing to see here.
I suppose I could park his truck somewhere and go back and get a loading wagon and pick his straw up.
Yeah, might as well. We're gonna keep using it. Let's go make some more circles, some crop circles. I'm still seeing G29 and G20. Really? Alright. Well, let's see what that does, man. I take it you're not going to roll back, eh? So you're not running with us this afternoon? Goldman, you got to get FS17, buddy. Come farm. Centering issue is gone. Hallelujah. Fingers crossed, man. Just start beating it with a hammer at this point. That should fix it. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I haven't used LGS. My gosh. Almost 2 years, maybe? Or however long G-Hub's replaced it for, I guess. Like, my wheel is stiff, but I mean, there's no dead zone. It's super responsive. It's working well. I did have it less stiff, like when I played it yesterday, but there's something in that drive mod that he uses. You have the ability to mess with the settings. Right. I never used to either. I just started using the wheel on this. He got the tractor with the bucket on the front.
Yeah, it was the closest one.
That thing's pretty zippy.
Yeah, it just pulls out really slow for some reason.
That other one was usually the same thing. Took a while till you get up to speed. Yeah, me too. I mean, this one isn't all that terrible though. Like, I have had it where I could barely turn it. This is not too bad, but there's full-on force feedback going on right now, and I know this game doesn't have it, but there is. I guess you can't lower your seating position in this game at all, can you? Like when you're in the driving camera?
Nope. Always did complain about that.
Yeah, like, I'd like to get a little bit lower. I can see out the window a lot better.
Yeah, or scoot the seat back, something.
Right. But that should be software driven, you would think. Like, it should just lock up by itself. That's messed up. Here's how I got it. So we crashed into TNP into a fence and like turning into the zigzag. So what, they gave you Farming Sim as a... Is that how I'm understanding that? That's hilarious. Oh, good score. We've gone through numerous iterations of trying to run 19, and then we just all decided that we're going to stick with 17 since there's more mods and stuff. But we are looking for a few more bodies to come help. There's only 3 of us right now, so I think we want to be at like 6 at the most, and there's 3 spots if you do decide to get it. Brutal. I don't know if you watched that highlight clip I posted there last week or whatever. I had this kind of a same thing happen to me. I lost all wheel controls completely. Was headed for the center barrier, and then just as I bumped into the center barrier, it knocked me back into the lane, put me on 2 wheels like I was almost going to fall over, and I was able to get it back and salvage it. Pretty cool little clip. Ace clipped it, and I've got it on Twitch as a highlight. But I had other issues going on. I had old hard drives that were hanging, that were giving me problems, so those are gone now. I've had my share of crashes in that game. Usually due to weird stuff like a lag spike or my wheel completely losing contact. And I got kicked in TMP for no headlights even though my headlights were on, and I kept clicking the button. You can hear it go on, off, but never turned the lights on. I got kicked. Picking up our trail there. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Well, you're a free entity, dude. I mean, you can go where you want. We got that age limit on our thing, man. I'm sorry about that. You know, you're pretty mature and stuff, but Otherwise, we'd have you, but it's just one of the things that we put in. We wanted to keep it to older guys. But yeah, like, I mean, you're free to go wherever you wish, dude. Like, don't ever feel like, I appreciate that, but, you know, I'm not here to tell anybody what they cannot do. Absolutely not. So. You know, TV, again, I'm not here to take on sides and whatnot, but I haven't heard good things, so I haven't heard good things. And I've heard it from outside sources. In fact, I heard it from a stream I was watching, totally out of left field. Watching someone stream ATS and the conversation came up. I don't even know them. I don't know their affiliation. And they didn't have very nice things to say either. So I just, to each their own, man. To each their own. Oh yeah, exactly, man. If we were all the same, the world would be a boring place, so people got to make up their own choices in their own mind. I'm not forcing anybody to join ours either, so it's a free choice, man. But we don't have any pressures on RVDC. You know, you drive when you want, when you can. We realize that life gets in the way sometimes, and we're certainly not going to bitch at somebody or scream at them if they're not putting out loads. You know, it's not like that. The only thing that we ask is that if you are in the company and you are on TMP in multiplayer or streaming it live, that you follow the rules of the road. That's all we ask, man. In single player, do whatever you wish, you know, but if you're representing the company and you join, that's one of the things you agree with. Follow the rules of the road. That's pretty much it.
Man, I think I'm gonna jump off and get something to eat.
I hear you, man.
Go ahead and run to the store and all that good shit.
Okay, Roy, sounds good, man. I'm gonna finish this field and then log off, do a couple of errands, and then get set up for the convoy later.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Go ahead and eat. Run to the store and get that over with.
Sounds good, buddy.
It's already after 2 for me, so just a couple hours. I'll be rolling.
Yep, yeah, I'm gonna do the same. Like I said, I'll finish this field and then jump off. I got a little bit of laundry and some house stuff to do for an hour, then set up the route, and then I'll be ready for the convoy. Well, yeah, that's different.
Alrighty, see you then.
Sounds good, my friend. See you later. Well, that's it. Yeah, exactly. You know, and you want to speed and do stuff in single player? Give her, man. Give her. I don't either. I drive in single player just like I do in TMP. Just because I like logging the real miles in Trucks Books, but what you do in single player it's totally your decision, man. It's only in TMP and online when we're a presence under M&T where we want to try to keep our ducks in a row. Don't give anybody a reason to complain about us, you know? Yeah, exactly, yeah. I have to drive kind of bullying-wise on my single-player game because I'm running an AI mod, and those guys are crazy! Sometimes you just gotta kind of bully your way out on the road because they won't even let you in. Yeah, exactly. I hear you. Well, to me, those things are simulators, right? Not games. If I want to go play bumper cars, I'll play GTA or something, so... I love seeing the real miles in our truck logs. It's amazing, actually. Something we can all be proud of, I think. Oh. Man, this thing fills up fast. Nice little mohawk here and there. Look, nice. Yeah, I think you mentioned that briefly when you first popped in the stream there a while back. That's cool, man. If you're happy with them, all the more power, man. Okay, we got a couple more passes on this. Well, the AI I have, that traffic mod I have, man, they are they're pretty aggressive and that's not too bad. One a month, that's not too terrible. I mean, you know, that's reasonable. Hilarious. I don't know if you see these, like, how useless are these rear view mirrors or these side mirrors on this truck? Like, yeah, one a month is totally reasonable. I agree. No. Why don't they make that stuff adjustable? Same within, like, your... you see how high I'm sitting here in this chair? I'd love to be able to lower it a little bit. Just to give you a little bit more view out of the window there. Ah, okay. I had, took me a while to notice that they load bottom to top, not top to bottom in priority. I spent pretty much 5 hours one day just sorting and figuring out mods and trying to get everything in the correct order. And I think I finally have it, because I haven't had any issues, knock on wood. But I did start with brand new profiles for multiplayer and single player. And I'm sure glad I did, because that saved me a bunch of headache with jumping back and forth from 139 back to 138. And my old profiles way back, I had nothing but issues, man. Every time I had to roll back, and it was just such a pain in the ass. I miss those profiles as far as, like, my unlock progress goes on the map, but whatever. I'll just rediscover the places again. And believe it or not, I installed ETS. Just in case we might decide to do a convoy over there. But seems so far the consensus for most of the drivers is ATS. But I installed it anyway. Could be a mod issue, but that shouldn't affect you on TMP, though. Yeah, exactly. I just reinstalled it for just in case so that it's there if it does come up, but... Oh, wait for it. Maybe I shouldn't have left that track there. Oh, well, whatever. Me too, me too. I got half decent download internet speed though. Well, we still got a few more things to do. We've got a harvest today. 4 is done, and I think we sold most of it over there. It looks like it's growing. So we're making progress. We're making progress. I don't know what 2 is. I've never been there. He said 5 was potatoes. Get this harvested up. Should be able to fill this up. I take it you're going to stay on 139 TV, or are you going to run with us this afternoon? Oh, 100 feet up. Yeah. I never bought the new Microsoft Flight Sim. I got it through the Xbox Game Pass, and honestly, I'm glad I didn't buy it. I'm not... I don't know, man. I just... X-Plane, the graphics, especially in Vulkan, look way crisper in my opinion. The flight physics are better. The ATC is better. I don't know. I mean, it's fun and all with the big maps, but I'm not that impressed with it, man. I'm gonna stick with X-Plane, I think. Plus, I got quite a bit invested in Payware when it comes to X-Plane, so... But just like their weather plugins, the clouds look way better, not crappy pixelated clouds. Yeah, I'm not sold on it. Not sold on it. Well, X-Plane is bland if you don't add things into it, but the flight physics are, as far as, yeah, the flight physics on the plane, the stress on the plane, things like that, it's second to none. I mean, there's a reason why real pilots use it as a training tool, right? But it's a very bland simulator if you don't add scenery files or some of the payware aircraft. So there is that, you know. But I find, like, I'll do a flight in FS 2020, and then I'll go into X-Plane on Vulcan mode and run one of our flights for the airline. And it's just, like, everything is so much crisper and clearer graphics-wise. I just... yeah. Oh, wow, they got all sorts of crap going on over here. I didn't even see this over here. What the heck is all this? Straw, silage, grass. What's this? Oh, this must be that machine he was talking about. Cool. We got all sorts of shit going on. Silage is covered there. Cows and whatnot. I'm still trying to figure out where everything is on this farm. We got a lot of shit. All right, my friends. Well, thanks so much for tuning in. Doing a little farming this morning. I appreciate you hanging out. I'm going to end it here for now. I'm going to grab some lunch and run a couple errands, and we'll see you in about an hour and a half, roughly, for the ATS Cromwell. You guys have a good rest of your afternoon, and we'll hopefully see you later. Ciao, guys.